せ私を。その目で見る。
本日を含めて15日以内に上告申立書を提出してください。全員戻れ。やり直しだ。
So, if you don't know what's happening right now, Pressure has gotten itself into a lot of drama, and in this drama, somebody by the name of Ren made a super long document that consists of claims that Zeal abused her and harassed her without her permission, and she showed some evidence and such, and that is the narrative of the situation and what everybody heard, and everybody was like, holy shit, Zeal's a rapist, we gotta get out of here. Then everybody basically stopped playing Pressure. Tons of other stuff happened, which I will get into what ended up happening, but I also want to get into why Ren's claims are false and have basically proven to be false, and her whole document is bullshit. Zeal just released a document that it consists of his side of the story, which he's given us snippets of, but he said, I need time. This document should not have had to been made, by the way. I just want to start off with that. But people on the fucking internet are so stupid that they refuse to read and just go off of the first little couple of words in somebody's document, and then they'll go off of what everybody else is saying, right? Which, to be honest, I understand if you're somebody who, like, the average person is not going to read the entire document because it is so long and it is ordered in such a, like, it's super messy, and just no one wants to read that, and so they'll just read the first couple of paragraphs, maybe even like 2 words, and they'll be like, yep, I believe her, and everybody's siding with her, thousands of likes of tweets supporting her and all this stuff, and like, thank you for coming out of, this abuse, and you finally spoke up, we're so proud of you, blah blah blah. Bullshit. Sorry, I'm getting too upset already. I'll try and be nicer, but Ren is genuinely ruined Zeal's life, and she is I don't want to say a horrible person. I don't think I'm going to go into why maybe it's not her fault as much. Her BPD is a huge factor to her behavior. This video is going to consist of me reading Zeal's document, not the entire thing. He ordered it super well, because you can get a timeline and then another one which is a super specific timeline, and you can read that. I'm probably not going to read it because apparently there's some stuff in the more detailed one that Zeal's not comfortable with. Like, he was not comfortable sharing the information, which is completely fair, but he felt like he had to, or he did have to convince people to be on his side. Which, by the way, when Zeal released the document, instantly people fucking jumped to, oh yeah, this guy's just he's just trying to get us on his side, this is bullshit, like immediately, just like that. I, on the other hand, was not thinking that. I immediately, it really seemed like this document that Zeal had made was an absolute slam dunk. Let me read an example of a tweet that was made that was just so brain dead. What the hell is this? So there's a person that goes by Apple Key on Twitter, replies to Zeal's document, or quote tweets it, 8.2k likes, by the way, and says, consent given cannot be retracted 6 months later. So that's a quote that Zeal said in his document. He is correct. If you have freaky time with your significant other, or your other, whatever, your partner, and you ask them, is this okay? And they say yes, and you do it, and it's still yes, and everything's fine. 6 months later, they can't just send you a DM and say, hey, I didn't consent to that. Like, just decide, like, snap like that. Zeal's completely right about this. I felt I needed to explain that for maybe if you're missing a couple brain cells. I'll do it that way. Hopefully you understand now. And then he says, bro ruined his entire argument with this line alone. I'm crying. What? How, dude? And then he got community noted. Sexual consent can only be withdrawn before or during the interaction, not retroactively. Once a consensual encounter has concluded, that consent cannot be revoked after the fact. Super true. Slam dunk. 8,000 likes are still there. Did you like this? Was it you? Come on, man. We have another one by somebody that goes as Loopy as an autistic girl. Oh my god. Please do not spread the notion around that autistic people can't comprehend consent. There's such harmful misinformation. Yes, you might struggle to pick up on social cues, but that never extends to basic consent. If you hear no, it's no. So that's the thing. Let's just say the like count here. 80k likes. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god. Let's do some reading, guys. So the problem with this here is that Ren said yes. In fact, when they had their encounter, Ren initiated the encounter, and her entire accusation of Zeal doing things to her without her consent is just a lie. Like, it's a complete lie. They were both consensual the entire time, and later you'll see the evidence to prove so. He didn't get a no. He got a no 6 months later after he decided to break up with Ren, or cut her off, whatever, and she got upset and then switched and then called everything sexual assault. Oh my god, it's so bad, man. The entire internet disappoints me for people's lack of critical thinking and the will to read and do research and like see how dumb the document actually is. It's disappointing, but I explained it before. As a normal person, no one wants to read that document, alright? You're just going to take the basic information that you're seeing, that you're getting fed, and you're going to regurgitate that, and that's just going to be the narrative. But yeah, today I'm going to read the response made by Zeal, and I want to start off this by saying the gist of the entire situation is that everything was fine and not assault by a rapist, until Zeal decided to cut her off, and then she switched. And that fact makes sense when you realize that Ren has BPD, and people with BPD, it's one of the like worst personality disorders, and I do feel for her there. It does suck, but oh my god, you are such a manipulative, I don't know if I could say that on YouTube, bitch. Alright, so let's get into this. It was consensual. Interactions with Ren at RDC 2025. The last few days have completely turned my world upside down, and as most of you know, the events have sent me into complete despair. I'm still struggling to come to terms with this new reality, but I am no longer at a point where I do not see a way out. Thus, I have decided to fight for my name and my business, as both have been completely unfairly ruined by Ren's accusations. So yeah, Ren, the entire point of her document is to ruin Zeal's life and just absolutely paint him as a big villain that is raped her or whatever, which if somebody essayed you, you'd probably want to do. You'd want to ruin their life and put them in jail. That's not what happened though, and it's all a lie, but in her head, I guess. Again, I'm trying to help her out here and justify her being this way, painting him as a horrible person, because it seems that's the only way she can think because of her BPD. At the same time, I just want to say that her goal is to ruin Zeal's life because, you know, he broke up with her, which you could see it that way, which yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be mad if you were, but it's that, and also she has BPD, so. Okay, so a lot of that might have been confusing to some people. I just want to explain what my conclusion was there, is that because he cut her off, and because she has BPD, her entire brain went from really loving this guy to absolutely hating him and thinking he's the devil. Ren genuinely hurt this guy. I just want to say that a lot of people don't realize that Zeal's suicide note video, like that live stream, a lot of people made fun of, which genuinely was some he's with tongue now shit. That was genuinely fucked up of the internet to do. Basically everybody turned into the Doom by Fate devs for a bit. Just the constant just making fun of his crying and stuff like that. At first, the reason everybody made fun of his suicide note, which is, again, fucking horrible, but the reason everybody did it, it looked like a toxic gossip train kind of thing, but it wasn't. It was a real suicide note, and Zeal was hospitalized for it. I was really sad because the entire internet is making fun of him. I want you to put yourself in Zeal's shoes real quick. The entire internet was making fun of him. He's now known as a rapist. All of his friends leave his team. All of his friends leave him. Gianni, I'm going to get into Gianni. I'm super disappointed in him. And you could say it's not his fault. He listened to other people. Brother, read the document. Oh my God. I don't care. If you're going to make a public statement, read the document. Okay, man? Like, come on, dude. And then some of his friends told him to kill himself. They harassed him. Like, it's so sick. And this is all because Ren made this document and just painted this guy as a horrible guy, when really that is not the truth, and she's a piece of shit in the end here. I keep yapping before reading, but let's continue. As described in this document and supported and documented by our conversations, it is clear that the interactions between me and Ren were entirely consensual. The messages from Ren were encouraging in nature, both before, under, and after RDC, and did in no way indicate any form of displeasure. Going back to that, yeah, basically the gist of the situation is Ren and him having a good time, getting along. Everyone's saying yes, no displeasure, both hanging out. He cuts her off. I hate you. You ruined my life. You assaulted me. It's comedically terrible, and I can't believe people did not catch on to this immediately. Sorry, why am I saying I can't believe it? Of course I can believe it. The internet's fucking stupid, man. Ren retroactively decided that our encounter constituted an assault once I had declined to continue our relationship weeks after RDC. On April 9th, Ren published a document on Twitter accusing me of essaying her at RDC. The document is full of screenshots and her making up my intentions. I'm by no means a perfect person. My autism causes me to have poorly developed social antennas that make it hard for me to read subtle social signs. I do, however, understand the concept of the importance of consent. So I think going back to that one tweet that was like, autism isn't saying you could still understand consent and be autistic. Brother, he's not saying that here. He literally says, I do, however, understand the concept and importance of consent. He's not even using his autism as an excuse here. He's just saying, it's hard for me to read subtle social signs. That is all he said. 80k likes, by the way. 80k fucking likes, by the way, on this goddamn post. Sorry, I'm getting a little steamed up here. I can understand that Ren is struggling and that our relationship has caused emotional stress. For that I am sorry, but feelings are not facts, and what Ren may be feeling right now does not in any shape or form align with the events as they happened. I've been accused of a serious crime, SA. Any such serious claims should be backed by serious evidence, as the consequences for the accused are massive. True. Ren could lose a lot of money, which I hope she does. No formal complaint has been logged at relevant authorities, neither at the time of the alleged assault nor now at the time of accusation. I am left to respond to the accusations posted on Twitter. It seems that the burden of proof has thus been turned completely on its head. Ren claims an assault took place, and I must now prove that I did not. There are a lot of accusations raised against me in the document, from the main accusations down to the sinister meaning of each message I have sent. I cannot possibly respond to each of these accusations, so I will focus on the most serious one, that I planned and executed assault on Ren. It was impossible for me to prove decisively what happened in that hotel room, as only Ren and I were present. I can give only an account of my actions and my thinking at the time. That will just be my words against Ren's. The best way for me to prove that no assault took place is to publish our subsequent conversation. So yeah, basically super in detail. The messages are intensely private in nature, and I prefer not to publish them, but I do not feel that Ren has left me any choice. Again, that is so fucked that he has to just reveal so much personal information because Basically, yeah, she's forcing him to. Now that we're done with this, let's get into the meat potatoes. Meat potatoes? That's not a thing. Meat and potatoes. There's a disclaimer, blah, blah, blah. And we have a timeline that I'm going to read. I'm not going to read the full response. You can check that out. I'm going to leave Zeal's document in the description. But let's get into this. So, getting to know each other. I've known Ren for 5 years, and she has worked for my team in the past. However, she was not a part of the team when we met at RDC. That is such a huge detail. She was not, he didn't have like a power over her because he wasn't even her boss when they met at RDC. But I'm pretty sure she claims that he did have power over her. It's just it's a lie. And so that's why he has to say here, she was not part of the team when we met at RDC. She was no longer an employee of mine, so there was no manager-subordinate relationship at the time of our meeting. We had an ongoing personal relationship. We communicated regularly, were familiar with each other, and developed a level of comfort over time. Additionally, I developed a crush on Ren, as she was mostly a nice and loving person to talk to and hang out with. After Ren had left the team, we started flirting, leading up to RDC. There you go. Meeting in person, Ren makes a big deal out of asking for her height and weight. I work out a lot. I am proud of my physical strength. I did not need to ask for her weight. I was just making a poor attempt at flirting, thinking that she would be impressed by my strength. When she said that I was allowed to lift her when we met, that was the first thing that came to mind. In hindsight, a handshake would have been more suitable. A little bit of humor here. We spent a day in San Jose, shopping and hanging out in a hotel with other friends. I gave her a long hug before I left to go to bed. Looking up, can I say that? I don't think I can say that on YouTube. Let's just, with a bleep, up. The next day, I was invited to Ren's hotel room after I had offered to come over and visit her. When she messaged me that she was feeling down, she was crying, and we started hugging as I tried to comfort her. It was the best cause of action I could think of to console her, to bring her out of emotional distress. After some time, she calmed down, and she eventually asked if she could kiss me. Alright, okay, so she initiated that. She asked if she could kiss him, alright? Huge detail. Not what Ren said at all. Pretty sure she said that he raped her. That's what she said. Ren's description of our first kiss 2 weeks later. Let me just read this real quick.
Smile for the camera.
Fuck you, man. I miss the way your tongue feels in my mouth every once in a while. Like when I tell you that shit had me lose my mind. I like my soul left my body. I didn't know what to say or form coherent words. I just let shit happen. Fuck off. Not even good at kissing. Ooh, suck. I just like sloppy dumb idiots like you. You're just so dumb. I like oh wait, I should say what he says. I like tunge kissing. I didn't know I liked it until you did it to me. Like deadass, I was shocked, and then I fucking half passed out because it felt so fucking good. Woo! Like I want to kiss back. I couldn't. I just like bleh. You suck. Cause you don't start with tongue right away. Okay, except with me, cause now I like that shit. Okay, fine. Ooh, get the certificate of good French kisser. Ooh, gotta work on normal kisses. Shaking my head. Yay. Bruh, mouth is like really big. I didn't even know it was that big. Or maybe it's just because I've never been in someone's mouth before. Was my mouth big? It was small and cute. It was exciting for her and him. She's texting a lot. He's giving like single message responses. So he's probably super happy, but she is like spamming this guy. Super excited, that kind of stuff. And then we have Twitter conversation 17th to 25th of September. We do not by any means have a perfect experience, but decided to try again the next day. I'm really glad you care a lot and didn't try anything uncomfortable to me. Man, I don't know if I could say any of this on YouTube, man. I'm just gonna refrain. Freaky stuff. Nope, can't say that. Freaky stuff to my Ren. There we go. I could say that. And then she says, please, lol. Well, one thing I learned from this is freaky time is really hard, man. Like, damn. I thought that stuff was easy. You watch too much, corn. No, you do. Second encounter, we decided to try again, this time involving condoms and Ren focuses a lot on the decision to purchase those two things, materials, and the dialogue on Discord clearly demonstrates that both of us were out of our comfort zone trying to find these items in a foreign country. This is how we talk later about it on Twitter. He says, like, don't sweat about the thing. I didn't get it because I was late and didn't have time to. I would have gotten if I could. Oh, your spit. Okay. Sorry, I can't read other people's chats, man. This is what Zeal meant, by the way, by I didn't want to show you guys this, but I have to. Ren says, oh, your spit was good, basically. Never felt a bleep there in a long time, so it was like, whoa. It was like, what the fuck? Shit don't hurt anymore. So it's like, she's happy, clearly. I don't get bleep, and then you thought it's because I don't like you or something. Nah, I got it. If a girl needs oil, she needs oil. Or in this case, if a guy needs oil, he needs oil. That's why I didn't try to put it in. God, I can't, dude, I can't read this, man. Professionals here. Oh, you can call me girl, it's okay. As I said, it hurt. I'm gender fluid now, so you can use whatever pronouns. I don't mind she. So yeah, another chat about that whole situation. I know the lube thing was big in Ren's document about the, like, he was preparing to assault her with the lube. We met again and engaged in romantic activity. This was fully consensual. Again, all of this seems so, like, fully consensual. In fact, she's talking more than this guy is. She's getting, you know, kind of wacky and wild. And yeah, it's just one day, just the switch happens, and it's like, no, actually, even though I said yes, this was not consensual. What are you talking about, Ren? When she expressed concern that intercourse might hurt, I did not try. Ren asked me to stay the night. I spent the night because she wanted me to. We continued to message each other after I returned to my hotel. Cut in contact during RDC. During RDC, I was informed that Red had broken the boundaries I had set by telling people about our intimate encounters. Because of this, I decided to stop talking to Ren. So, something that Ren said on her Twitter, I think. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this is nice. You're not alone. Hope you can recover from everything that's happening. I wish you the best for your health. You know what? I say the exact same thing to you, Zeal. I wish the best, and I hope the pressure comes back, because what happened to you, you didn't deserve, man. So, yeah, something that Ren said, I think, because he mentioned in his short response on Discord, and Ren was like, I exposed the information I needed to tell everyone to prove that you're a rapist, and that's not what happened. He was talking about their encounter, that he didn't want her to tell everybody, but she decided to just spread misinformation. Also, I'm a stupid, dumb YouTuber, so don't take my word for it. It was probably a popular tweet that was like defending Ren. I have no idea, but anyways, that was something I saw, so I just wanted to mention that. Reconnecting after RDC, after returning to my home country, I learned that Ren had attempted to take her own life. I felt awful that this had happened and reconnected with her to support her. Again, Zeal is such a nice dude, man. He's just like, yeah, he's rough around the edges, he's got autism, but he fucking hears shit and he, like, wants to support people. That's great. It's so insane that Ren just fucking calls this guy an essayer. Why? Dude, this guy helped you out, man. What are you doing? Sorry. As part of our post-RDC conversations, we moved to private Twitter accounts. These messages are intensely private, and below you will find a complete printout of these messages. I believe they clearly illustrate that what happened between us was entirely consensual, if slightly awkward. Sexual encounter. There's a point there. Just pretend I said that, like, perfectly and not all weird. Our lack of experience meant that it felt less than perfect the first time, but we were both encouraged to try the next night. By the way, again, this guy is literally, that was his first time. He's unexperienced. Why would he be like, and he's already like a rapist? That like, Ren like painted this guy as somebody who's done this before and is this type of person. He didn't, in the first place, he didn't assault her in the first place. That's all bullshit. But that's what she was trying to paint him as. I'm pretty sure before I was saying it wasn't malicious by him. Like that was going to be originally my video. The conclusion was going to be it was SA. But it wasn't malicious. Zeal wasn't trying to hurt her. I'm just going to say straight up, it wasn't SA at all in the first place. That's just the bullshit narrative that Ren has successfully plastered over the entire internet. But I'm afraid people are switching around and it's going to change. It's going to flip, man. I felt embarrassed. I was not able... Oh, okay. Okay. So he left early because he couldn't make her come, basically. That's funny. Sorry, that's not funny. That's damn, dude. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to go for 13 minutes and that's how it happens. You probably just didn't go long enough. But that's why he left. That was something I think that she was like, "Oh, he assaulted me and then left." He was embarrassed. That's why. The messages from Ren immediately afterwards are encouraging in nature and in no way indicate any form of displeasure. True. All the messages that she shows in her document are like her saying, "Yes, I would like to do this," and then under in text is like, "This was assault." After I said yes, you can clearly see that he's a horrible person. Ren's messages after returning from RDC get increasingly explicit and confirm to me that Ren missed me and our physical intimacy. Ren claims that she gave all her affirmations at RDC because she was afraid of me and felt constrained. If this should be the case, why did she then repeat them many weeks later when we were thousands of miles away from RDC and each other? Good point. Once I declined to continue our relationship weeks after RDC, Ren retroactively decided that our encounter constituted an assault. I had early on made it clear that I saw our relationship as a friends with benefits arrangement, and I was not seeking a long-term, long-distance romantic relationship. I'm not a romantic person, and the large distance between us made a relationship seem unrealistic. I realized that the messages do not necessarily leave an impression of me as a perfect gentleman. Could probably have handled the relationship better. Sure did, but like again, this is not your fault at all. I don't care if you're not a gentleman. She wrote a lot about our encounters in a way that clearly indicates that she enjoyed them. In the beginning, this was on Discord, but we moved to Twitter as I wanted to keep my Discord for work and fun. Oh, this isn't fun, man? The week in America made me love being a female. I felt so normal and me, and then you came in and made it clear to me how much I love being a girl with you. You're so lovely and caring and handsome and smart and talented and cute and big and... Sorry. Whoa. Strong yet soft and gentle. I never felt this special or this important to someone before. So yeah, pretty heartwarming stuff. What a happy couple. This is genuinely like one of Charlie's bad text message videos, but it's an entire situation that made a guy almost kill himself and made him lose everything, which again, I hope he gets everything back. I'm gonna say that at the end of the video, but please, guys, come on, play pressure again. It's okay. This guy is an adorable person like you. He is not a horrible guy. Ren says, haha, loser, skill, whatever, just playing around. I'm gonna tell you how your mouth tasted. Your tongue was so, that word, and addictive. It was moving in a way that shocked my brain. I went non-verbal and tasted so sweet. You sent me to Flavor Town. You sent the flavor of adrenaline and dopamine if they could be yummy flavors in my mouth. Idiot. Oh my, he says. So yeah, again, happy, super consensual. She seems super happy with what's happened, but the whole Twitter conversation is in a different document as it contains this stuff in explicit language. All names and faces have been redacted. And maybe give you some things that I can show that are just examples of stuff that Ren said to Zeal after their encounter. Let's see. I miss the way your body smells when you hold me. Your body smells really nice, and I don't know if it's memorable because it's still in my nose when I want to remember. Oh my god, wait, sorry. Okay, so here's some hickeys that he left on her. There's a big thing. People love leaving marks on others. It's a big turn on or whatever. But she sent him a picture of her with those marks, which I'm pretty sure she used in her document as, look at these marks, he abused me. But here she's saying, you can have this pic of the hickeys you gave me that night. I want to do it again. Fuck. Bleep annoyed me so much though. Oh yeah, and there's a, I like 69ing with you. Again, just fucking, I don't know how much I need to show to get the point across that she, big fan of all this stuff, man. Man, she sent this guy so much porn. I don't know if that's something about like relationships, like when you're in a relationship with somebody, you just like scroll in your phone gallery, you just, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll send this. How about this? Okay, so there's a point where they're talking, and then she sends him some hentai, and then he's like, oh, that's literally us. All right, that makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the fact that she like sends him so much. There are like 50, sorry, not 50. I don't want to blow up the proportions because that wouldn't be good. Like roughly 25 illustrations. It's like, what do you want Zeal to say to that? It's so weird. I just thought that was a little interesting. I didn't know, like, just sending people is like a thing you do to your significant other. I keep saying significant other. Let me just say partner. These people are not significant others. Or Ren saw it that way. Big thing about BPD is that you can see in like the text and stuff, she is so into him and like saying how much she loves him and all this stuff, and then flips and hates him and he's the devil. BPD, man. Anyways, let's read these last couple of paragraphs. Cutting down contact for good. After RDC, I had learned that Ren had been awful to my friends at the conference, and as such, I did not wish to associate with her anymore. This was done slowly, as I was afraid that abruptly cutting her off could lead to her trying to self-harm again. Again, fucking Zeal is thinking for her. He's doing shit for her, because he doesn't want to hurt her. He's doing everything in his power to make her feel okay. God, it's crazy. And now she absolutely hates this guy, even though he was so nice to her. The team was not involved. No other team members were present during the encounters, and those who learned about it learned it from Ren afterwards. People who were named in Ren's document or accused of complicity were not participants and were not hiding misconduct. Conclusion. I regret having to publish this document. I do, however, adamantly deny being an assailant, and I refuse to be labeled as such, my other shortcomings notwithstanding. I hope that online friends, coworkers, and close business partners hereby can avoid the apparent guilt by association that is rampant in the initial reactions I saw before I was hospitalized. I did not start this, and I am sorry for all the trouble it may have caused you. So yeah, there you go. That's about it. Now, as I said at the start of the video, there's a full response, which is 200 pages of everything. All right, everything. But if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of it, just everything. So I'll put the link to this document in the description. Originally, I was going to read this document by an account called Ren is an Abuser. It doesn't go over Zeal's document, it goes over Ren's document and all the inconsistencies. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I was planning to, but this thing is huge, just as big as Ren's document, which makes sense, you know. Hers is massive, so this person went over everything. But there is like a 11 fun facts about the situation, formatting of this document. And this document is just like going into all of these. These are just facts that are stated. Evidence-based, of course, so I'm going to go over these, and then I'll probably just give my little final tidbit, and then that'll be the video. Number 1, Zeal did not reconnect with Ren for his own benefit. That's true. As we saw in Zeal's response, he reconnected with her because that attempt and he wanted to make her feel better, but she claims that he reconnected with her for his own benefit. Why would he do that? Because he's a rapist, but he's not. Zeal did not gate access to Ren's relationships. That's just straight up a lie. Zeal did not manipulate Ren into being okay with physical contact. But yeah, we see multiple times Ren is so into it, dude. Like, she is all about it and is like messaging him and stuff. Zeal did not selectively engage with Ren. What does that mean? I'm fucking stupid. I'm a dumb YouTuber. Let me look this up. Yeah, he was definitely talking to other people at the time. Ren did not develop a fawning response. This is interesting. So Ren doesn't have any past trauma, or maybe she does, but she didn't ever develop a fawning response, but I guess she just said I had a fawning response, so I submitted to him. Oh, it's so fucking, it's so stupid, because you didn't. You both were consenting. Zeal did not sexually assault Ren. We know that. Ren attempted to force Zeal into a romantic relationship. That is a reference to Zeal cutting her off because she really wanted a romantic relationship. He was not looking for that, and we saw that in his document. Ren's actions are abusive. Super true. Ren's BPD drove her to vilification and retaliation against Zeal. Yep. Ren has manipulated the readers of her document. Oh, this is some of the strongest brainwashing ever. Like, she had such a firm grasp on the narrative that she is in the right, and Zeal's a horrible person. It all worked in her favor. So yeah, I think one more thing. I want to talk about Zeal, and I want to just say, good luck, man. Alright, we're looking out for you now. Sorry, I always was, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to be on your side now, and I really hope things get better for you. Like, this shit is genuinely, it's not okay. Ren hurt you in a way that I'm sure no one has ever done. She took everything away from you unjustly, and I hope you get everything back. I really like Pressure. It's a super fun game. Definitely one of my favorite Doors-like games. That's what I call the kind of Doors genre. If not my favorite. I'm a huge fan of it. For Ren, fuck you. That's all I want to say. I know the BPD is not your problem. It's a problem. I will say that it's a problem, but it's like it's a good, like, yeah, okay, it makes sense that you did this. But I don't like you, okay? And I'm not one to hold back on being upset at people and insulting them. I did it with the Forsaken fans. I held back, and then I was like, God, nope. I don't like these guys, I'll just say it. Oh yeah, one more thing. Just as a normal human being, imagine you've got a game, everything's going well. Some person that you hooked up with once or twice sends a document that accuses you of raping them, and you lose everything. Your friends leave you, your whole devs team leaves, you get harassed by them. I know I already said this in the video. What would you be thinking at the time? Put yourself in Zeal's shoes. Probably the conclusion you came to is, like, I would be super suicidal, and that's what Zeal was feeling at the time, and that's the reason he made that suicide note video. And all the fucking clowns and Doom by Fate dev type people making fun of his suicide note, just so sick, dude. It's so disgusting. And all of the Ren propaganda for any, like, commentary YouTuber that decided to make content on Ren's document and side with her and be like, oh yeah, look at how horrible Zeal is, look at this horrible thing that he did. Take it down. It doesn't help anyone. It just spreads misinformation. Brainwashing. Anyways, I think I'm done. This was, oh my god, this is gonna take me forever to edit.